What is up, Scrub fam? I am back with the deck profile video. It's been a while since I posted videos. The plan was to get back on the content grind as soon as possible when I have the opportunity to, and I am here to do that now. With that being said, I want to jump into this video and start off by talking about the dual color cards. So the dual color cards that are coming out I think are very good. The blue, yellow, and the red-green ones. I'm more so interested in the red-green ones because I think that is a heavily underpowered set of cards right now. Just red and green in general, I think they have an issue with generating inherent card advantage just within themselves. So you have to make sure that you're pairing them with the right leader, right strategy, and you're doing it in a way that's allowing you to play cards that either replace themselves or just allow you to just get through your deck even further. And you have to find ways to do that. What I like about the dual color cards is the fact that, yes, they come into energy and rest mode, but once you have it, you're going to start gaining access to more cards across the course of the game, and it makes you able to play more cards across the course of the game that might help your strategy or synergize with your strategy really well. Also, as time has gone on, my deck building has gotten a lot cleaner when it comes to these sets, and I'm starting to figure out things a lot faster when it comes to ratios and how many cards I want to play of what type, etc. But in general, let's go ahead and jump into it. So let's start with the leader. So the leader is Vegeta Baby. Main reason why is because Vegeta Baby is great because he's self-awakening, and at the same exact time, he can fight off that pesky Crisis Crusher that's going to stop you from being able to get your Dark Power Mass Saiyan to stick, and we need him to stick, especially in those matchups where it counts the most, like Super Shenron and things like that. So Vegeta Baby on the front side just plays into that strategy by allowing you to be able to pop those 5Ks that are on the board, and just you get incremental value from that. So any deck that's playing something that has a bunch of 5Ks that they like to use, Vegeta Baby has a way to answer it on this front side, and then of course you can just power something down by a lot, you know, on your awakening turn, because you can minus something by 5, awaken, then minus something by an additional 10, which is pretty sweet. So ultimately this deck is going to be playing more so like a mid-range type. In this game, mid-range is basically anything that can kind of get the game to turn 4 at this point. And the thing I really like about this deck is if you kind of look through the deck, you're not really spending more than 3 energy on a specific threat. The only one that you are spending more than 3 energy on would be Energy Barrage Frieza. Otherwise, the deck stays pretty light because the stuff you're going to be getting out is like your baby package, which only costs like a 3 energy investment at the most, at the minimum a lot of the times. Sometimes it could be 4 energy investment, but you're not doing it all and having to tap out for just one thing. You're always gaining incremental advantage with these effects. Also with the dual color cards, I really like the Gogeta because he has a rival. So basically you can combo with either a red and a green card, or if you want to do a multicolor card combo, so you can combo with a Broly or the Gogeta, combo with it, and then you can then use a rival, play one from your hand, so then you get him on the board, and he also KOs something. When we look at the extra card suite, we're playing a total of 8 extra cards. They're all removal based. And then, of course, we have options that if you want to start thinking about sideboard, you can start including more of these negates or switching your negate package to Unending Awakening, which I really like doing in the Super Shenron matchup. So right now we're playing 8 extra cards. We're playing 3 Revenge Death Balls because it's instant speed. It gives us the ability to play the game on a different axis and always threaten something too. 2 After Image Technique, 2 Is That All You've Got. I really like a 2-2 split right now because against the Go Tall decks, you really want to have something like After Image Technique because it's going to be better off than Is That All You've Got, where Is That All You've Got is good for the Go Wide strategies. And then, of course, your sideboard playing separately with that. And then we have 1 Father Son Kamehameha, which we would be boarding additional copies in the deck as well. But as of right now, 1 in the main deck. And the reason why I'm doing that was because it just allows you to answer a threat that you might not have been able to before. So it allows you to get an answer to, the secret rare Boo. It's an answer to the mirror match if you're playing against a grade 8 baby. It's a highly relevant card, but you really only want to see 1 copy, and you have to kind of make sure you're keeping the amount of cards in your deck that you can play on a given turn, as live as possible. So 1 copy feels good. It wasn't 2, but since talking about how barrier threats are probably going to start being the thing that creeps back into the game as we start getting these more removal heavy decks, more of these mid-range decks. Energy Barrage Frieza was a concession that I wanted to make. So right now I'm playing a 1-1 split, so 1 Father Son, 1 Energy Barrage Frieza, so I kind of have answers. And then another new addition to the deck is going to be the new Broly card. So what I like about this card is that it does a few things. So number 1, it can help, kill It can help you 2-for-1, so you can kill up to something, you can kill up to 3 or less, which is really strong. So sometimes at worst it's just a 1-for-1 for the removal, but I really like the draw 2, discard 1, just to help filter your hand, get some garbage out of your hand, increase your hand quality, and then also fuel your drop area. So if you ever need to get to that Scientist Fu or your Dimensional Banisher Fu, like the Broly can help fuel that. He also helps fuel sparking as well. So I really like this new Broly card. I'm playing 4 Iron Hammer of Justice Injury 16. Now, this card is just great. If you can stick one of these on the board against the opponent, whether you're playing in Super Shenron or anybody else, they're not going to be able to get through it unless they start wasting resources. And if they do, usually that's going to be good for you. So I really like Iron Hammer of Justice Injury 16. My black cards, 4 Dark Power Mass Saiyan. It's a necessity right now. And then 1 Banisher Fu, 1 Scientist Fu. I've been doing a 1-1 split for a while now, ever since I started playing Vegeta Baby. Main reason is just because I like having the catch-all removal of Dimensional Banisher Fu, but also Scientist Fu just generates so much advantage for you and just kind of plays in that theme of cards that replace themselves in red/green strategy. So an oldie but goodie for sure. When we break down our red cards, we just have the 4 Baby Vengeance Unleashed, 4 Strength, Saiyan Strength Baby. We have the 3 Super Baby, 1 Parasitic Menace, and of course the 3 Apocalypse Grudge Grade 8 Baby. This here makes up your Baby package, and then you also have 3 Daily Training Vegetas to help supplement your Baby package. So ultimately what you want to end up doing is leveraging, the early pressure with Baby, especially Grade 8 Baby, and then being able to then answer your opponent's threats on a 1-for-1 basis and try and take advantage and accrue as much advantage as possible. So since you have access to all this removal and you have access to all these ways to power down your opponent's threats, it's going to be really hard for them to establish a board. And so since they're not really going to be able to do that, you're going to be able to take over the game with your threats. You'll have a Grade 8 Baby, you'll have some Gogetas on the board, if you get to a 5-drop Broly, you can get there too. And then of course you're going to be stifling your opponent's strategy throughout the course of the game, since they're never going to be able to land a threat against you. And since you're doing that, you're eventually just going to grind them out. You're just going to drum them out, as a lot of people would say. But in general, this is the deck overall. I really like the dual color cards. I'm going to continue experimenting with them. I have a really neat veggies list that I'll be posting here soon as well, so you guys can take a look at that. But anyways, I'm glad to be back. Hope you guys enjoyed the short deck profile video, and you guys have a great week. Scrub fam is best fam. Bye!